My own family tried to fuck with me. Okay, so remember, like I told you guys about my brother-in-law. One time they got drunk as fuck, high as fuck. Started knocking in the fuck my door, knocking, 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 knocking. Erica, why don't you like me? Erica, why don't you like me? They fucking until they got in, they were fucking screaming at me. I was just like, why? I was just like ignoring them. I didn't even talk. They're like, oh, why don't you like me? I've never done anything. It was just the alcohol and the weed fucking with them, right? All this bullshit was going on. And I would just leave me the fuck alone, leave me the fuck alone, you fucking weirdos. So finally, my husband got up and he was like pushing him. It was like his brother against him, and it was just craziness. Anyways, at the end.
Good evening. This is Los Angeles.
And you are now listening to Activate LA Radio.
Yeah, let me read the comments real quick. Hey, LA, did you hear about Erica Burt Martinez, YouTuber? What happened with her, Ozzy? Erica Burt Martinez? I didn't hear about her.
Oh yeah, my lil ones loved we.
Yo, Jen Magana?
Hey, Ray, how are you?
Pretty good. Welcome to the show. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Yeah, this is my first time calling in anywhere, so I didn't know how I was supposed to do it. So hope this is good.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Let's start it off with let me give you a brief introduction. We got Jan Magana from Convicted Hearts channel. Would you like to talk a little bit, give them a little brief about your channel? Let's give your channel a little promotion. Shout out.
Yeah. So here's a little rundown. I mean, my channel is based off of my own family trauma, considering the fact that my own brother murdered our father.
Oh, man.
And before that, he had shot our stepfather prior to that. So I have a little bit of experience in family traumas. And I had been watching Bird Martinez for some time now. So after hearing that, unfortunately, it was her brother-in-law, her husband's brother, that committed this act. My heart really went out to her.
Once again, can you go back? My signal dropped.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, go back. So what happened with her?
So Bird Martinez, she has a cooking channel on YouTube. I've been watching her for some time, and she's like super positive and awesome. She really like tells her life story and how she overcame a lot of things. And she always has her kids and her husband in the kitchen with her, like promoting the whole like family experience.
This is so fucking
it's a trip because sometime, there's a video, if you guys look it up, it's her video talking about making birria. And in that video, she mentioned, her brother-in-law choking her.
Whoa.
And unfortunately, nobody wanted, I don't want to speak too much on it because I know how that is.
Yeah. Let me make a disclaimer real quick. Disclaimer:
Yeah.
Everything we're speaking and we're saying and talking about is just everything that can be found on the internet. Nothing being said.
It's all public record.
It's all public record.
All public record.
So disclaimer.
Yes,
go for it. Just want to make sure we do that.
Supposedly, allegedly, she was attacked by her husband's brother, her brother-in-law, who's 20 years old. He has been arrested and charged with attempted murder. His bail is like $2.2 million. Her husband Mario was stabbed 5 times in the chest.
Damn.
And Bird, God bless her, she was stabbed in her neck and her back. And as of now, the doctors are telling the family that she is going to be quadriplegic. And she is a mother of 3 small children. And she really was an inspiration to a lot of us, especially us moms that are trying to do well for our families,
Oh, yeah.
And being that I've had my own family tragedy with my own brother, this really struck home for me.
Yeah. It's tragic.
Yes.
It's very tragic because I mean, not only hits close to home and everything. But like you said, in your case, I mean, it hits harder because you feel, your
Yeah,
situation and all that.
yeah. Honestly, Ray, like, to tell you the truth, in 2004, my brother shot our stepfather, who was a cop at the time.
Damn.
He served a little over 7 years. He got out. No more than 3 years later, he killed our own biological father.
Damn. I'm
So,
sorry to hear this, man. I mean, nothing I can say, will change it, but my heart goes out to
I
you.
appreciate that, but the only reason I say that is never to take away from what Bird and her family are going through, only to support the trauma that they are going through.
Yeah.
When it's within the family, it's a whole different level of trauma because you're hurt from both ends. It's a pain that you're going to have to work through for years. I'm still trying to get through,
Yeah.
as well as my children.
Have they mentioned or have you heard anything of why was the reason? Was the brother the main reason or was she?
If people go back and look at her cooking video about when she was making the birria tacos,
Mm-hmm.
she mentioned that her brother-in-law had choked her. I believe it was somewhere around the 23-minute mark. And she was frightened by that. And she mentioned something about him having a mental disorder, maybe bipolar.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like people to check that before, confirming my words. But I believe that's what she said.
What mark was it? I'm gonna try to see if I can find it
It
right
was like the 23-minute mark within the video of birria tacos.
Was it the consomme one or the video?
Yes.
22. Let me see.
I have it saved somewhere in my phone, but normally my daughters help me with the stuff because I'm not very, good with technology. So
Yeah. I hope you make a video about it because most deaf. I mean, I know you're talking about it right now, but I know once
yeah,
a content
I
creator
made
makes.
a short video. I didn't know much, but I saw what popped up, and I just basically made a small video, like 9 minutes, asking people, because I saw some pictures and different things, and I knew it was real, and some people were doubting the circumstances, but it really did happen.
What's the name of your
And
video?
the family needs
That
help.
way I can plug it in on the chat and people can watch it
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Victor.
If anybody does like hashtag Bird Martinez or cooking with Bird Martinez, it should pop up.
But
She's also got a page on Facebook called Birdie's Nest.
Yeah.
And it should be on there as well.
Okay. Let me plug in your video on the chat, like the link that you made. That way people can go check it out like afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. That way also too they can follow you if they want to, ask you more stuff.
It's cool. She's super
crazy.
positive and like a really cool chick and just a good mom, a good wife, and honestly, like this hit her whole community really hard. It was in Newhall, California.
Okay.
So
is that like a kind of like north of LA?
I saw that some of her old postings said like Pacoima, so I know it's down there somewhere.
Like 818. Okay.
Yeah. I live a little more north than that, so I'm not positive, but I know that the family needs, they're just like most of us, they need the help that they can get.
Yeah,
Captain Nathan said the husband posted 5 hours ago. You should read the
Yeah.
post. Yeah. This is a very unlucky situation, and I mean, to be honest, thank you for sharing. And one thing I can learn, and we can learn from what you're sharing too is sometimes we gotta watch the signs, because if you mentioned that there was actually video signs of her mentioning.
Yeah.
Wow.
She spoke about it before, and if this isn't about me, but I can relate at least by saying that I saw signs with my own brother that had I known now what that meant, I wish I could have done something sooner.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, for our own father, it's too late.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing we could do is like letting other people know, that this is out there. It really concerns me because, as you saw the live stream earlier, I was talking about,
Yeah.
like men, and respecting women,
Mhm.
and actually, you know what I mean, like people
Right.
shouldn't be putting hands on each other, and this hits
Right.
me, because I'm like,
Yeah.
man, like I need
It's
to do
hard.
something about it. It's hard, but
It's hard. And then, unfortunately, the thing is, you see, when it comes to someone who is considered legally an adult, which the brother-in-law would be considered an adult, it's difficult to get other parties involved, unless that adult signs themselves over, or they've made a threat against themselves as far as their own life or the
yeah,
life of someone else. And if they don't do that in front of people, or they don't show those signs in front of somebody that's an authorized reporter, that can just slide by. And that's what happened, I know, in our case,
yeah,
in my family's, and I think probably in their family's case as well.
yeah. Yeah, once again, man, my condolences to you, and
Thank you.
blessings to you, and and God give you power, to keep stronger, because it's not easy, and not just anyone will be able to
Yeah.
be strong,
Yeah. It
like,
it happens, It unfortunately it does happen. It's out there. All we can do is spread the awareness that, like, this is something that does happen within family units. Fortunately, Bert is still alive,
yeah,
and me personally, I believe in a God that heals all things. And if anybody else believes that, I hope they're praying the same.
yeah.
She has,
Like, I hope everybody, like, prayer makes a difference. I know a lot of people
yeah,
that don't believe in God, but I tell them, man, as long as there's good, within, and you wish, even though some people call it prayer, some people call it meditation, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly. And she does have a Cash App. I don't know, like, I don't have all the info right now, but if
Yeah.
people look that up, like on Facebook, I know she has Birdie's Nest on Facebook, and I believe her husband Mario has linked all that information. And there's been some other females that have done some videos and linked her info as well. I know on my video, her GoFundMe is linked on there in the comments.
Oh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just dropped the link in the comment section of Convicted Hearts Jen Magana's channel. You guys can click on it if you guys want to find the link to the Cash App, the donation link, so you guys can go there. Have they said anything about they captured the brother, right? And have they mentioned?
They did, and I read as recently as this morning they had upped the bail money to like 2.2 million, which is very high
Yeah,
considering. Luckily, thank God, nobody has passed. I know, just not that it's a comparison, but I know my brother's wasn't even that high, and my father obviously had passed away. So hopefully that keeps the rest of the family safe, because she does have three small children
yeah.
and a husband, as well as, I believe, her mother-in-law and father-in-law in the home. So you can imagine how traumatizing that would be to go back to that same home,
They haven't mentioned anything if he has talked about the situation, like that they interview him and found out if it was there.
You know,
Like,
I haven't heard anything about them interviewing him. I only heard that as of this morning, they raised the bail amount. So I'm assuming, only because I grew up in a family that had some law enforcement, and now this is just assuming, that he had probably made a statement that was maybe put people on notice that he was not a safe person to be around. And there was some talk about the fact that he had just gotten out of jail for an incident that was a domestic incident.
yeah. It kind of sounds, you know what? It sounds like this guy has done a bunch of stuff, in the past. I mean, for what I'm
Yeah.
hearing, what you shared about like her doing a speaking about it in her videos, but it kind of sounds
Yeah,
like this guy has done other stuff,
right.
and the cops are like, okay, we gotta like we didn't do anything about it,
Mhm.
so we gotta raise the bail bond up there. You know what I
So I
mean?
think, yeah, I think you're hitting the nail on the head right there.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like, they have to cover themselves pretty much,
boom.
the cops, as well as, I don't mean that as any shade towards them, but
Yeah.
I had heard that he had just gotten out of jail
Maybe that
right
is
before
why.
this happened.
Yeah.
And this happened at about 2:00 a.m. So my assumption would be, and it's just an assumption, that they were probably in bed asleep.
Yeah. It did this. Yeah, this sounds. I call it. Some people have made fun of me on the chat, but I call it the. This is a disclaimer. It's the internet streets
Right.
talking, but like
Yeah.
talking from the internet streets. Like this sounds like maybe like the cops already like had reports and or
Yes.
they had to do something, and it sounds like
Yes.
now like, oh, we can't do anything. Well, fuck, we
Yeah.
raise the
And
bail up.
you've got that right. Even like I said, I'm only saying this because I've been through something similar. But when there are family members that don't want to step forward and speak out against that said loved one that maybe has mental conditions or just don't feel comfortable starting something within the family, not that it's such a disturbing situation to be in. I'm sure, my own mother had to be in the middle of ours. But if somebody doesn't press charges or confirm your story, it can be probably a tricky situation for law enforcement.
Mm.
Unless there is physical evidence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some of her videos.
Yeah.
Not her videos, but I'm looking at the thumbnails of some of her videos, and see,
Yeah.
now I don't read cards or I'm not into tarot, but you can see in her face. I mean, where you can see
Yeah, I think
sadness in
so.
somebody's face.
Right. I
Uh,
feel the same way. Like, I feel like when she was talking about that in that particular video and a couple others, I need to go back in my phone and look. I did save some things. You could tell that she was speaking, she was traumatized. But God bless her heart, still being the sweet person she is, she even said in that video, I can't say word for word, people can go back and look, but she didn't want to cause any problems between her husband and his only brother. She didn't want to be the reason for that, and unfortunately, this came after the fact.
yeah, there's something most def. I agree with you. See, as you're telling me all this. See, my brain's like boom, 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 trying to absorb everything, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you, the same as I. Like maybe there's things going on through your head that you don't want to say, but you're like,
Yeah, I just want to be compassionate,
yeah,
obviously towards their family, because I know personally all of the hate and hateful words that I received from people, even within my own family.
yeah,
When this happened originally in 2004, my stepfather, and he survived. Like I said, thank God. In 2015, our biological father was murdered by my brother, and he did not survive.
damn,
And I tried to ask for help. I begged for help. But our county said, unless your father is willing to speak out, there's nothing we can do. And my father didn't want to see my brother go back to prison.
yeah, man. This is very sad, man. Sorry, but thank you for sharing it, because I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
like people need to know that they need to speak up, and luckily there's a lot of situations where people don't, and sometimes,
Yeah, and I understand it. Like, I get it. It's hard, but it could be worse, So if you can speak up, if you're able to speak up before it gets to that point, do it. Please do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. You're right. I mean,
At Joe Bird Doe, thank you. For the
people
sticker
need to
donation
speak
given.
on it. People need to give others the confidence to speak on it. Because also too, as you know, man, there's people out there that they tell. I'll use myself as an example. Can tell me
Right.
their problems, and I can
Mhm.
know that they're going through shit, and I don't speak up
Yeah.
for them too. Also too, like for the people, man, if you have a friend, if you have a relative that's telling you that this is going on, especially stuff like when it comes to um, harassment,
Mhm.
this type of stuff, their life being threatened, you need to
Yeah.
speak, man. Maybe you might be afraid of your relative going to jail, but you want
Yes.
your loved one to be killed, and
Right.
it's
And
easy.
that's
Huh?
real. It's real. Like, I tried to get my brother help, but everybody in the family was so afraid of him going back to prison. Nobody would back me up, and since he was a grown man, he wasn't going to sign himself over to the hospital to get help. And within 3 months, my own father was gone. Uh,
It's
and, a
yeah,
lot
my
of times I feel
condolences.
like I can't forgive myself for that.
That fool's bail has now been up from 2 million to
No,
two
but
million
it's
one
not
hundred and ninety
it's not
thousand
your fault. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's it's hindsight, right? I mean, everything
Right.
life that's the way it happens too. I mean, I can say I would have done this, but when shit is going
Yeah.
down, we get confused. I mean, we got to think about this. This type of stuff is not something that is normal
Sorry
to
to
the
hear that,
human
Jen.
being,
Sad to
especially when it
witness.
comes to our
Exactly.
loved ones. This is some
Right.
type of shit, kind of like it's gonna be the dumb example, but it's kind of like when you get socked out of nowhere, you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Literally, like, when it can, like, just as this happened to their family, I've seen a few negative comments that really hurt my heart for them.
Hmm.
I thought, how can you make judgment? You don't know what the family has been through. You don't know if they've reached out for help. Uh, I know I reached out for help, and nobody was willing to step in because my own father didn't want his son going back to prison. And by the time I did realize something was wrong, and I was looking for my dad, nobody else was looking for my dad. By the time they found my father, he was so far gone, I couldn't even see my father to lay him to rest. It was a closed casket, and that
People
was it.
need to STFU and send nothing but positivity.
Yeah.
You never want
So
to believe
I
family
just,
can do that.
I, uh,
Hard situation.
I wish her all the healing, all the positivity. I don't know too much about YouTube because I'm new to this, but
Yeah.
if people can't donate, maybe they can, like, binge watch her videos,
Hmm.
because
It will
she
help.
is, like, super. She's so funny. She's awesome. She has really good recipes and ideas, and a really cool connection with her kids and husband. And I just feel
She's
like we should
young,
support
huh?
them.
She's young. She's hella young too.
Yes, yes,
This is. I mean, it's not.
exactly.
It's a woman that is doing good. Positivity. Good message. I'll see it as a role model. It's
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
making
All
videos how to
positive,
teach women how to
all
cook.
positive.
Not only women. I love to cook. You know what I mean? I love to learn
Yes,
how to
me
cook.
too, me too.
So
And she
that's.
inspired me to, like,
Mm,
enjoy
She
it
is
again,
awesome. I love her
to pull out of
personality.
my own depression
yeah.
and start to enjoy it and feel that passion for, what, this feels good to do this for my family, not just because I have to, but because I enjoy it. This is our heritage. This is our family.
Mm-hmm.
I just I just pray for complete healing for her
Yeah, it
and
will
her husband
come.
and the whole family unit,
Her channel is awesome if you love authentic Mexica.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go back a little bit. When you said like you're new to the YouTube channel, but honestly, man,
Yeah.
if you brought this to my attention along with the rest of the YouTube fam that's been tuning in right now to
Yeah.
the channel, I mean, this is good. This is a message that you might not know a lot right now, but this is something. a calling in a way that a platform that you can use to help other people, women, and people that are going through this stuff. So keep doing what you're doing, and
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I check your channel, check your video, so you're doing good.
I appreciate you. I
And
appreciate you for
what
that.
you shared right now with me, I mean, to be honest, I want to thank you because it's something that it is you, it's personal, and I know
Yeah.
speaking about it, it hurts you, and only you
It
know
does.
what you feel.
Yeah. It does hurt. And you know what? I feel like the more people that send her love and support, the better. I know her birthday is December 3rd, and there's the Facebook group Birdie's Nest are trying to collect videos people can send in because her husband plans to show her the videos of her, people that love her and support her. That would have meant the world to me had I had that at the time. So if we can all do that for her and her kids and her husband, that would be amazing.
Man, I feel bad, man. I don't have kids, but I love kids, man. And
Yeah.
just to think about we were once kids,
Right?
niños, and just to think about your mother, just being hurt like
Yeah.
that in that type of way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep her on our prayers, and
I
that's the
also
best thing
really
we
appreciate you
can
sharing
do.
with
I mean,
us.
and also too, like you said, if y'all can make content or send messages,
Yes.
to the family or in her timeline, so that way she knows if she can read it. Hopefully, she gets a little bit better. She'll be happy.
Her
Yeah.
babies must be so
And you know
scared
what?
right
It
now.
even though like the doctors gave such a devastating diagnosis, her husband did say that she was able to wiggle her right toe. So, nobody can tell you truly what can happen but God. So let's just all keep praying, like you said, and wishing positive things and sending her positive vibes and prayers.
Yeah, yeah. That's the best thing we can do. Some people
Yeah.
right now on my other social media, they're hitting me up, the brother, this and
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
not. Let's focus first on her,
Yes.
wishing her the best, and then we can
Yes.
jump into conclusions about what the brother. I mean, there's a
Right.
lot left,
That's always, yeah, that's always secondary. That's going to take a long time to sort out. I haven't even sorted out my own issues with my own family. But the first thing is wishing her and praying her the best.
Poor kids, man.
That's a really good
Yeah.
sign though. If she
Yeah.
can wiggle her toe, we really need to pray hard over
Yeah,
her.
right now in the chat, they said that she was able to move, wiggle her toe a little bit. Let me go to the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Captain Napton. Yeah, her babies must
Yes,
be really
Captain.
scared. That's a really good sign, though, if she can wiggle. Yo, what's up? Big shout out to Super Audio Network.
What's the number?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so what do you what would you say to women or people in general, like, that might be going through this type of situation of being intimidated or possible harm? What would you like tell them,
well,
like, message?
my honest to God truth is this. I went to my county's mental health several times asking for help, and I was shot down every single time. My mother went to them. She was shot down every single time. And they said as long as the person who is being, I don't know what words I can use,
You can cuss or do whatever
like
no offense.
violated or
Yeah.
harassed or abused,
Mm.
is not willing to make a report, then they are not going to document it.
Wow.
And, unfortunately, even the restraining order is only a piece of paper.
True, man. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
so we just have to be vigilant for each other, and even if we are, things can happen, But first and foremost, report it. If it comes to your family, yourself, your children, report it. because it could be so much worse. You could be somebody that has nobody left and you're alone watching your loved one
Go
be
something. Yeah, like that.
buried, and that's it, you know?
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm really sorry. I'm actually putting you through this, but
No,
I
I appreciate it, and it's something I have to deal with daily, but this is about her and her family, and if it can be of service to them to know that, what it's like having been a family member that committed something horrific, then people, be kind to them, just be kind and compassionate.
no, but you're making a big change when it comes to this, raising awareness, and raising awareness is number one thing. So thank you. I mean, without you guys, I wouldn't have known about this. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna
she's
try
really
to find
awesome.
more knowledge, and not only
Yeah.
like make a video of it, but mainly if I can share maybe in my stream feed or
Yeah,
media,
definitely.
like her link to wherever people can donate and help her,
Right.
because man, medical bills,
Yes.
they're not cheap.
Yeah.
It's not like the
No,
movies,
I
like
know.
where the fucking car flips and
No.
like the
No,
person doesn't
nobody's
go.
so thin to take that away,
you
that's
know,
for sure.
and then
Yeah.
like the bills are paid, and then the person wakes up. No, you got to pay a
No.
lot of money.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Even the therapy, after the fact for the children and everything is very important. I know my kids have gone through hell, and they still are. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. Oh man! Once again, thank you so much for calling in. You know what I mean, and sharing with us. Once again, we got
Definitely.
Convicted Hearts. We got Jen Magana from Convicted Hearts. Do you call yourself YouTube channel or podcast, or what do you? What do you?
It's a YouTube channel. I've probably only maybe had it up a month. It's something I've been thinking about for years, but just
Yeah.
recently I felt like this is kind of therapeutic for me. Like I need to start talking about my own family traumas, and if it can help someone, and that's all it does, it's worth it to me.
Yeah, dopeness. Thank you so much. Honestly, like when it comes to raising awareness, I've been saying it. You just helped me a lot right now, man. And
Thank you,
I'm gonna
Ray.
go back to my video, and I'm gonna listen to this.
All right.
But you have a
You
blessed
do what
one.
you do.
You have a long weekend. You take care. And once again, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. You guys all stay blessed. Thank you.
Blessings. I'm looking at her channel. It's a young Latina sister right there, man.
It is captivating.
That's very unlucky, though, man. Activate LA Radio Show. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Oh, snaps. Is this Captain Napton?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit. I had to put some claps. Yes, I am.
Hold on one
working.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been watching Bird, gosh, I don't know, like over a year probably.
Mm-hmm.
And she just always, like Jen was saying, like just always puts a positive message out there.
Yeah.
Kick-ass chick, inspiring for other young women. She shared her like different trauma stories of hers, like growing up, and her CPS story, and all different stuff, and I think I do remember her sharing her brother-in-law attacking her in that cooking video.
Oh.
And it's just, I'm tripping on how, like, I'm not trying to make it about me. It's just that, like, I'm not real emotional. I'm not a cold-hearted bitch or anything, but this is fucking with me bad. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, just shows you, like, just anything can happen anytime, man, in life.
Yeah.
Like everything could be taken away in a second, and thank God she is alive. And we need to pray over that girl hard right now. Like, if you don't pray and you don't, do that, like, just push out positivity toward her right now. Those 3 babies must be devastated and terrified right now. her kids.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and I agree big time. And to be honest, I mean, it's I don't I it's the first time I hear about her channel, and it's not about her being a YouTuber followers. It's just
I hope I didn't
to
bum
me
you guys out.
to me
Just want to send Bird and
I
Jules a
always
ton of
I
love.
always
Prayers
look
are
up
powerful.
or support. I would say support, but look up and appreciate people that put up, people, especially women. I think women and men, young women need good role models. But when you meet people like, in this case, her, Bert Martinez, that I'm just learning from her. She seemed like a great model when it came to, I mean, teaching, using the YouTube platform to teach people to cook.
Yeah. I mean,
We're
she
super
never,
glad you told
she's,
us.
she's sassy and she cusses and she talks some shit, but she's not a mean person, you can tell, you know? Like, she's not trying to hurt no one. Like, she's just like, she just wears her emotions on her sleeve and she lets you know where you stand. And I have a huge respect for people like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Um,
And something related to what Jen was saying about being turned away at mental health offices and stuff, especially us here in LA County. um, if you're not rich and you have, if you don't have like excellent insurance and you're relying on our county services, good luck with that, because they're constantly turning people away. And our county systems, all resources, not just mental health, are so broken and overburdened by our growing population. Like, they just don't care, or it feels like they just don't care. But really, I think that they're understaffed, and they're also the people they are. A lot of people, not everyone. I can't make blanket
Thank you,
statements like
Captain
that,
Napton.
but a lot of the
Your
people that are
words mean
hired
so
just
much.
kind of
Hashtag pray for her.
lose like compassion and empathy towards the clients and the people they're treating, or the people
Convicted
they're,
Hearts Jen
you
McCoy,
know,
thank you so
assessing
much.
and
Red
stuff.
heart, red heart, red
It's
heart.
just sad, dude.
yeah. Now, I mean, it's devastating. I mean, to be honest, like I think it's probably hitting you guys more, since you guys like follow the channel. Um, I think I don't know, man. Like I have a feeling like the the cops, this was reported many times, and I feel like maybe this wasn't really, they weren't really, like, they really didn't protect her. There's a lot, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but
At Activate LA Gracias.
No,
Red
it
heart,
makes
red heart,
sense,
red heart.
because why would his bail go from 50,000
it's
to
too
2
high.
million to 2,191,000? It got upped from 2 million. I just went to the LA County Sheriff's file
Yeah.
on him, because I went and got his name, and then I went into the sheriff's file, and yeah, his bail has been upped even more.
Damn.
So I definitely think there's something to the police being worried about not protecting her.
They failed. I think they failed, and
Yeah.
like I was telling Convicted Hearts earlier on the call. um um yeah, I'm no expert. I'm not into body language. I try to learn on my own, but I'm not no expert. But you can tell when somebody carries like sadness in their eyes. And I haven't watched the video where Convicted Hearts was saying that she talks about being choked, but me automatically hearing that, it's a big red flag. The cops, the authorities needed to do something right away.
Oh, absolutely. And like, I'm not. She has also spoke about, and I'm not like gonna try and bash anybody, but like has spoke about her in-laws a lot, and that, like, she kind of made jokes like about, like, oh, my mother-in-law is always so nice to all the white girls that my brother-in-laws bring home, but she's all mean to me and stuff, and like, she spoke on things just in general about not getting along with her in-laws, but this is something so different. This isn't petty. This is serious, and it's obviously been going on, and it's, oh God, it's going to cause so much family conflict probably because, you know, that's her mother-in-law's kid that did this. But I hope the mother-in-law, you know, like, you know, of course she's going to think of her other kid too, I'm sure. But I can't, you know, be up here and say I would know what to do if I was in her place either, you know. But I remember her mentioning issues in the family a lot, just mostly petty stuff. But that one food video, I think I do remember that when she was talking about that happening. And I'm not going to say she kind of just brushed it off. She did share, but like, I think that I need to go back and look and make sure I saw that video. But I'm just like, whoa, I can't believe this happened.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all messed up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going. See, I haven't watched the videos. I haven't really watched the links, and I'm just going, you know, through like what I
really appreciate you
but
telling your story, reaching out, and
but
sharing helps people.
I really gotta check this out because there's a lot of stuff going through my mind, and I honestly, it doesn't matter what it was, what it is, you know. And it's very, I don't know. I think a mother will protect. I won't say I think, you know, it's a fact that a mother will protect his child no matter what, you know. So,
Right.
but, and I'm now going back to the mom, to the suegra, you know, the mother of the brother-in-law. She's thinking about, maybe she was just thinking about him, you know, is
Right.
her kid, but what about her grandsons, you know? Damn, this thing's got me all fucked up, dude. Oh my
Well, and
God.
he stabbed her other kid too, like her other son, Bird's
Really?
husband. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like she's got to remember that, like, I don't know, or think about the fact that this is past some domestic violence stuff. This is a murder attempt. This is like he tried. Not that I'm not dismissing any kind of domestic violence, but I'm saying like this is nothing that can be swept under the rug in any type of way, or oh, he was drunk and make some excuse. No, that's not the way this goes, you know?
Yeah.
I need to look into it too, because I just from watching your live stream and listening to Jen talk, I was like scrolling through, like there's like some articles I found and then some different videos. I want to look into this. I guess there's footage of the crime scene. I don't know what, like I guess like the ambulances or something. Like I guess people, her neighbors were out or something. I don't know. So
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, I'm sure like you seen and read and stuff that you want to mention, but at the same time, it's such a sensitive thing. You
I
know
want to
that
be careful. You know,
I feel you know, like right away if you say something, people attack content creators right away. So
and this makes my other video. Like I want to do a video on this. I want to spread awareness about this too. And like,
please.
I'm almost done with my, you know, Savage and Britney video, and I'm like, this video don't even matter no more. You know, like this is dumb.
No,
you know what I mean? Like petty stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't
people
know.
still want the chisme though. You know. I'm sure like a lot of people will be bugging you about it. That's people. I played a part of a.
It'll be pretty funny, but like I'm almost done with it, and I'll just send that off, and then I'll make. I want to do like. We should all do happy birthday videos for her birthday's on December 3rd, like Jen said, and
I think so.
Her husband is reaching out and wanting people to send videos in.
Man, Captain Napton, this story is so. I mean, it's tragic.
He said something that like made me choke up. Like when I wasn't on the phone with you, I read the post the husband posted, or I don't know if he said it or if another person, but I read like. Our bird won't be able to dance and do cooking videos anymore. It was on the GoFundMe.
I wonder, did they say how many times did he stab her?
I don't know how many times, but he got her in the back and in the neck, and that's why it's resulted in her, like, you know, losing function. So, I mean, I guess he stabbed his brother in the chest 5 times. I mean, he was definitely like trying to kill them. There's no question about it from what I read so far, and I've only read a tiny bit.
Yeah, I hope both recover soon, man. And God blesses them. Also, too, ladies out there, man. If you're going through stuff like this, guys too, um, do it for yourself. Especially if there's kids involved, like raise awareness. Talk to somebody. I know sometimes you don't want to get your relatives in trouble, but also too, if you have kids, a wife, you don't want them to get hurt. This is pretty deep. I think there's gonna be more stuff coming up because
Yeah,
man,
I agree. And there's two charges. I don't know, like, because LA County system doesn't list them verbatim in, like, layman's terms. They will put up numbers only, which always pissed me off. Because if I ever had a friend that got arrested in Orange County, like, or other counties, they're more specific on the charges, except for LA is always just numbers and shit. But there's two different charges. So I'm maybe conspiracy or, like, I don't know what else. Because I was just reading Jen's comment, and yeah, there's more than one charge. So, and it looks like he just got out. Am I right?
yeah, that's what I think.
Did you guys
Jen
say that?
mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got out, and I think it's gonna be a long night for me. I'm gonna